Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a Manchester United fan, go ahead and admit it. You've been hurt. You've spent the better part of a decade watching false dawns, tactical philosophies that lasted about 15 minutes, and transfer windows that felt like a billionaire playing Football Manager with the realism settings turned off. You've been burned by chaos, nostalgia, and a rotating cast of managers who all promised a return to glory and delivered, well, the Europa Conference League. So when Rúben Amorim showed up, you were skeptical. And when he started winning, you were really skeptical. But here's the thing. This time, it actually looks different. The Premier League has felt it. Europe has noticed it. And for the first time since maybe 2024, the rest of the football world is starting to realize that something serious is happening at Old Trafford. It's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. This isn't chaos ball, it's an identity. Let's look at the evidence. In the past few weeks, this new United hasn't just collected points, they've made statements. They didn't just beat Chelsea, they've dismantled them with cold, calculated aggression. They didn't just survive against the current second-place team in the league, they beat them with tactical maturity. And then they walked into Anfield, one of the most hostile, emotionally charged stadiums in world football, and took all 3 points from the reigning champions, Liverpool. No, seriously, that happened. This isn't a fever dream. Rúben Amorim's version of Manchester United isn't built on vibes or the vibes are off, or hoping Bruno Fernandes does something that defies physics. It's built on structure, relentless pressing, and a terrifying fearless belief that they can outthink and outwork anyone. The transformation starts with the new blood, the players who have given United a new, hungrier face. Let's talk about Matheus Cunha. This man is redefining what it means to be a complete forward. He's not a striker. He's a tactical, heat-seeking missile. He presses, he tackles, he creates, he scores. He contributes at both ends of the pitch, combining Brazilian flair with the stamina of a marathon runner. His long-awaited first goal at Old Trafford wasn't just a goal, it was a masterpiece of positioning and technique. And then there's Bryan Mbuemo. You could argue he's been the signing of the season, and you wouldn't be wrong. He's not just performing, he is actively deciding football matches. A crucial assist against Sunderland. The winning goal at Anfield, let that sink in again. And then a brace against Brighton. Every time Mbuemo steps on the pitch, he changes the script. For months, the biggest debate was whether Amorim should abandon his 3-4-3. That debate is over. It's dead. The Portuguese coach has fine-tuned his structure to perfection. The back three moves like a single organism, the midfield pivots with fluid aggression, and the front line presses with intelligence rather than just running around a lot. This is functional poetry. It's disciplined yet daring, methodical yet menacing, and it is working. 2. The evil genius's game plan. So, how did this happen? How do you go from a team that looked terrified to pass the ball forward to this? Well, Rúben Amorim's new game plan is pure genius, and a little bit evil. Last season you watched this team suffer endlessly trying to build structured possession from the back. It was slow, it was painful, and it was predictable. Every team in the league knew how to press them into oblivion. Amorim analyzed this flaw, looked at the players he had, and instead of trying to force a system that didn't fit, he found 2 devastatingly simple ways to put his team in the opponent's box faster than anyone expected. Long balls and a terrifyingly high defensive line. Hold on. Long balls sounds agricultural. It sounds desperate. But this isn't random. This is a deliberate tactical trap. Against Liverpool, Senne Lammens, the new keeper, we'll get to him, launched 45 long passes. Not because he was panicking, but because he was ordered to. United now intentionally use their big offensive reference points, usually Benjamin Šeško, Mbuemo, or Cunha, to win the first aerial duel. They completely bypass the midfield, which was their weakest zone last season, and immediately hunt for the second ball. It is calculated chaos. That's exactly how Mbuemo's goal at Anfield happened. He pressed, fell, got back up, and 6 seconds later, he had broken Liverpool's entire backline to score after Fernandes and Diallo connected in one rapid vertical sequence. It's the same pattern that dismantled Chelsea. Šeško's flick-on put Mbuemo through one-on-one against Sanchez, drawing the keeper's red card and completely changing the game. But it's not just hoofing it. Against Brighton, the long ball volume dropped to 34, but the intent was the same: play faster, sharper, and more direct. This is a machine built to suffocate and strike, and the suffocate part is just as important. Amorim's defenders, who once looked clumsy in the press, are now pushing forward with perfect, terrifying timing. The entire backline steps into midfield to compress the game. That's what led to Cunha's goal. You had 8 United players swarming just outside Brighton's box. Bruno Fernandes reacted instantly to a loose ball, Casemiro slipped the perfect assist under pressure, and Cunha buried it. The third goal, textbook Amorim press. Luke Shaw anticipated a touch, stole the ball high, and launched the move that ended with Casemiro scoring. The fourth goal, in the 95th minute. Amorim still had 8 players camped inside Brighton's half. Amorim knows his midfield can't always dominate possession like Rodri's Man City. So he's changed the rules. He's chosen a different battlefield. Direct duels, territorial pressure, and relentless suffocating recovery. It's bold, it's efficient, and it is working. 3. The caffeinated double triangle. The secret to why this system works, why it's not just random pressing and long balls, lies in the connections Rúben Amorim has engineered across the pitch. Forget what you thought you knew about a 3-4-3. What analysts are now calling United's double triangle is the brilliant design that gives the team both its verticality and its control. Picture it. On the right side, you have the triangle of Amad Diallo, Bryan Mbuemo, and Casemiro. This is the chaos and control unit. They combine creativity, relentless pressing, and recovery. On the left side, you have Diogo Dalot, Matheus Cunha, and Bruno Fernandes. This is the orchestra unit, managing possession, transitions, and link-ups with deadly precision. This shape stretches the field wide, dominates the half spaces, and ensures the midfielders are contributing everywhere, all at once. And at the absolute center of this transformation stands Matheus Cunha, a man who plays like two people. In the last 2 matches, Cunha has been the heartbeat of everything. Against Brighton, he was literally everywhere. In the 3rd minute, he's a shadow striker in the box, nearly scoring. 12 minutes later, he's drifting between the lines to receive a pass from Bruno. By the 23rd minute, he's scored that stunning goal. And just 6 minutes after that, he's back in his own box, clearing what looked like a certain Brighton equalizer off the line. Amorim's system relies on players who can survive in traffic and turn a messy second ball into a structured attack. Cunha is that rare blend of grit and grace. He'll protect the ball, shrug off a defender, and then pull off a brilliant backheel assist to Bruno Fernandes. He's the engine. Beside him, Bryan Mbuemo has become the cornerstone. 3 goals in 2 games is great, but that's not the point. His role is pure gold. He switches flanks, he drags defenders out of position to create space for Diallo, and he finishes with a cold, calm composure. He's the spark. Add Benjamin Šeško to that. He's finally evolving from just a big lad up top into a complete striker. He's not just scoring, he's assisting, holding up play and drawing defenders to free up Mbuemo and Cunha. And then you have the conductors. Bruno Fernandes, on his 300th appearance, continues to be the captain. 2 goals, 1 assist, and his 100th United goal fittingly against Chelsea. But it's the moments, the volley, the last gasp assist against Liverpool, that clever dummy versus Brighton that let Mbuemo seal the match. He's leadership personified. And finally Casemiro, the silent anchor. It is not an exaggeration to say United look like a different, more fragile team when he's not on the pitch. The 33-year-old scored 1 and assisted another against Brighton, reminding everyone that experience is a weapon. When he came off, United instantly looked vulnerable. He's no longer just a destroyer. He's the bridge between Amorim's ideas and their execution. 4. The wall you can finally trust. If there's one area of this new Manchester United that deserves a standing ovation, it's the defensive line. This is the foundation upon which Amorim's entire revolution is built. What's happening at the back isn't just improvement, it's a total exorcism. And it began the day Senne Lammens became the starting goalkeeper. To understand his impact, you have to rewind. The last time Brighton visited Old Trafford, United were humiliated, thanks in large part to 2 costly soul-crushing errors from Andre Onana. Fast forward to now, and the story couldn't be more different. Against Brighton, Lammens might have shared a tiny bit of blame for the first goal, but beyond that, he was magnificent, confident, commanding, calm. He just stopped everything else. Since he became the first choice, United have played 3 and won 3. In each match, the young Belgian has produced crucial interventions that kept the team alive. The spectacular long-range save against Sunderland. The authoritative one-on-one stop to deny Alexander Isak at Anfield. The stunning save from a venomous cross shot against Brighton. These aren't isolated moments, they are the new pattern. Confidence at the back breeds confidence throughout the entire team, and Lammens has finally stopped the bleeding. But a great keeper is only as good as the wall in front of him, and United's back line is finally acting like one. Matthijs de Ligt has become the defensive general Amorim always wanted. He's strong in the duel, intelligent in his positioning, and an absolute monster in the air. Alongside him, Harry Maguire, once a living symbol of the club's chaos, is now a symbol of redemption. His defensive discipline and leadership have been remarkable, and when he joins the attack, like he did with that towering header against Liverpool, he's a genuine threat. Luke Shaw has been one of the team's most consistent performers, solid defensively, and absolutely crucial in the build-up. He reads Amorim's system perfectly, stepping into the midfield to provide extra control. And then there's Leny Yoro. The 19-year-old isn't playing like a kid, he's playing like a seasoned professional. His anticipation, pace and composure under pressure have made him indispensable. This defensive unit has something United haven't had in years: trust. They move as one, press as one, and cover each other instinctively. Lammens commands, de Ligt organizes, Maguire enforces, Shaw balances, and Yoro cleans up. They've become Amorim's silent engine. Manchester United are finally heading in the right direction. And this time it feels real. The transformation under Rúben Amorim is no longer just a promising project or a process to be trusted. It is a living, breathing, terrifying reality on the pitch. The team sits fourth in the Premier League, only 3 points behind leaders Arsenal, and for the first time in what feels like a decade, they are playing like a side that knows exactly what it's doing. Amorim has installed structure, identity, and a ferocious belief. He has crafted a system, those now famous double triangles, that hides weaknesses and violently amplifies strengths, and the results are undeniable. Every single player understands his role. This system has unlocked the very best, most dangerous versions of Bruno Fernandes, Matheus Cunha, and Bryan Mbuemo. It's turned Casemiro and Matthijs de Ligt into the leaders they were always meant to be. And at the exact same time, it has elevated the next generation, Senne Lammens, Leny Yoro and Benjamin Šeško, from promising talents into core components of a winning machine. This blend of locked-in veterans and fearless youth has made United look more complete than at any point since the Ferguson era. They are structured in defense, fearless in transition, and ruthlessly efficient in attack. They are devastating when they press high, turning defense into attack in a matter of seconds. Their long ball approach, once a sign of desperation, is now a precision weapon. With players like Šeško, Mbuemo, and Cunha dominating second balls, United constantly create opportunities for Bruno Fernandes to receive the ball facing the goal. And when Bruno has time and space, he is the deadliest playmaker in the league. Yes, there's still room for improvement, but the outlook has never been brighter. Unlike Arsenal and City, who are stretched thin across Europe, United have one clear objective: the Premier League. That singular focus could be their secret weapon. This has been Rúben Amorim's best week as manager, and the atmosphere around Old Trafford is electric again. The fear factor is back. The good days are here, and that's how you become terrifyingly good. Subscribe before your rivals figure it out.